are you? Hello. Is everyone doing well today? Let's get up here in the comments and say hi to a few people. Hello, Miss Bobby. I think you popped on first today. Hi, Barbie. How are you? I bet it is hot where you are. Hi, Vicky. How are you today? You look like you've been having some good fun with friends the last couple of Facebook posts I've seen. Hi, Sandra. How are you? Hi, Karen. Let's see. And I am working on music and photos for our countdown timer. So we're getting that worked out so it'll be more upbeat before you jump into the tutorial, okay? Let's see. What is this one? Hey, Mary Jean, how are you? Hi, Terry. How are you today? I think that means that you sent stars when I just get a little bubble. So thank you for that. We have a couple days left to try to make our June goal. We had a goal for a certain amount to put towards the new video camera. Hello, Miss Elizabeth. How are you today? Hi, Allison. Where were you today, Allison? Hi, Kim. How are you? Debbie, I bet you're still recovering from the weekend because I bet you and Mary Jean did not sleep at all. I know if I got just a weekend to just straight out cookie, fly somewhere, meet a cookie friend, and just cookie all weekend and go to all the cool places you guys did, I probably would not have slept at all. Hello, Sally. That's sweet Sally from Florida. How are you, my friend? Hello, Maxine. Hi. Are you doing all right? I hope you are well. Hi. How are you, Janie? How are you? Hello, summer break. I know, for real, right? The first day of summer, I guess, was it like a week ago? Maybe a week ago now? So I am super excited. I just want to remind you of this really quickly, just in case we have any new people on today. And if you guys have a minute, click the share button, share our broadcast. It will just help get the 2 Tutorial Tuesdays, the free tutorials out there for people, and maybe get us some more people in our cookie group. And if you feel like it, invite a few more friends to join in on the Tuesday fun. I think that I'm almost caught up with my schedule, all the things that I wanted to get done. So now I'm going to, or that I promised people I would do on Tutorial Tuesday. So now I'm going to be circling back. So if I have talked to you in the last couple months about doing something specialty on Tutorial Tuesday, I'm about to reach out to you guys. There's 3 of you. I'm about to reach out to you guys to... Hold on one second. I might be getting a delivery. No? Okay, we're good. I'll be reaching out to you in the next week or so to get you on a schedule for July and August so that we don't miss any of the cool activities we had planned. But we can work around everybody's vacation schedule. So that'll be fun. So I'll be doing that soon. And don't forget, we've got Cookie Cons coming up. So save these dates. May 2nd through May 5th for the one that's in Ohio. Registration doesn't open until January 11th. And then August 30th through September 2nd for the one that's in Orlando, Florida. And that one opens well after the beginning of the year, so you don't have to worry about that one. My little ticker thing at the bottom is covering that right now. My virtual online retreat, I forgot to say the dates, is July 26th, 27th, and 28th. And I hope that you will join me for that. We're going to have tons of fun. And the thing I'm really excited about this, in particular, this piece we're going to make, is it's a really spectacular showpiece, and you'll still have plenty of time to use it for summer. But all the things that we're going to learn can be applied to cake decoration, cupcake toppers, or this cookie piece that we're going to make, and to use bits and pieces of what we're going to learn in the sculpturing on cookies rather than having necessarily a whole cookie covered with fondant. So what you're going to learn in this particular retreat is how to adapt the skills to multiple fronts so you can take a little bit more of the dessert table money when your clients are booking things, okay? All right, let's see what's going on here. Hello, hello. Oh, Team No Sleep. Is that Mary Jean, Team No Sleep? Oh, Allison, that's right. You were at that rally in Midlands. Allison does. Hey, Sheila, how are you? Priscilla, hi. So Allison was doing dog training today. Let's see what this says. Wonkiness with the video. Mine looks okay on my phone, and it looks okay on the computer. but I don't have a third device running today. So you guys tell me, am I talking too fast or do I need to slow down a little? Tell me what's happening. If you need me to do something, let me see. And Terry, did I tell you thank you again for those stars? Thank you. They've got something going on. We're like, I mean, I know it's the end of the month, but we're like 3/4 of the way across on our stars goal for the month. So that's pretty awesome, you guys. It's really nice to have that little extra to help take care of continuing to upgrade things so that we can get better and better quality on these free tutorials. All right, so I'm seeing that you can hear clear and the video's good. So maybe just a refresh, Maxine. That's probably all it is. Thank you so much. It might just be internet. Terry, thank you. Thank you so much. Well, okay, so I accidentally used the background cookie. It wasn't a particular shape cutout, but I accidentally, did I accidentally? Yeah, I would say accidentally because I forgot what it was for. So there was this cookie on my tray and I was like, oh, I know what I want to do with that. And it just, right over that I was supposed to be saving it for today for Tutorial Tuesday because I've just been like getting on one project after the other to get everything done in time and to revamp some things that I had worked on. And I hope you guys saw that this afternoon I'm releasing the monthly class that I do. The July class, what did I call it? What did I call it, guys? Do you remember what I called it? Anyway, this is one of the cookies from the sets that I'm going to be teaching you guys how to do for July. And that class, it's got to release this afternoon in case you need to get some supplies in. Sandra, I think you just sent me some stars. Thank you. I appreciate that so much. All right. So it was like, what was it called? I don't know why I can't think of it. It's on the tip of my tongue, but it was Sunny Summer Days, I think, is the name of the class. We're going to do 7 cookies. 7 cookies. There's 9 in the photo. We're going to do 7 in class. It's going to be a class in the Facebook Live and then a live Zoom Q&A following. Not a lot of prep work for this class. And I don't think I used even one fondant mold. And I tried to keep the little ornamentation candies to a minimum so that you probably already have them. Hey, how are you? Let me say hi to a few more people, okay? Let's see. Hi, Kat. I'm so glad you made it. Sandra, thank you again. Hi, Pamela. How are you? So, Sunny Summer Days, and that class is going to be on July 9th, so not this weekend, but the following weekend. And it has, if you already signed up for the Under the Sea Spectacular Retreat at the end of July, if you've already signed up, your email was sent, you've got access to get in the Facebook group. There is both a regular printed supply list in there and a linked supply list. Now go through your linked supply list very carefully, because if you could get 2 of the items as one purchase, then I put the same link for those 2 things. And then you guys might have to find a cookie buddy that's near you, because it was cheaper to buy 4 little crab fondant molds than to pay for 1 little crab fondant mold. So I linked the 4 because I figured you'd have trades for CookieCon, or you could give them to a cookie friend or whatever, but it was like $1 cheaper than the listing they had for the single. So you guys share a product if you need to get ready for that. But my point is, a lot of the colors that I listed on there that you're ordering in for that, we're going to use in our Sunny Summer Days class that will be open to everyone that signs up, and that's going to go up for sale tonight. Okay. And there will be early bird pricing on it, and it will stay at that price until the class starts, and the day of the class, the price will go up. Okay. All right. But we're going to do 7 cookies, and they're so pretty. Now, what I hope this class is going to do is get you into using some super, super bright, fun colors, things that'll make you happy when you look at them and really brighten up your summertime. But also, I'm hoping that you're going to see that there's lots of options well, I'm not going to tell you now. Just sign up for the class. There is a method to my madness that will help you in creating your summer party platters, so to speak, when you're going to parties that, you know, because 4th of July is coming. And then in August, people have all kinds of family barbecues and family reunions and stuff. And so you're going to have little kids to teenagers to adults. And so you need variety. So hopefully this is going to help you. And, but I just can't get over this one. This is so fun. This is so pretty. So pretty. I love sunshine. Sunshines are so pretty. And I love summer cookies. But those colors are also used in the Under the Sea Spectacular, in case I didn't finish that thought. Okay. All right. Well, let's talk about what we're going to do today. Is everybody ready to get started? Maybe leave me a few comments over on the side. Oh, also, can I please say huge thank you to everyone that has been jumping on and just letting YouTube videos play on mute to get my minutes up. It's really helping. I actually can see that they're going up because I can monitor it. So thank you for those of you that have been doing that, because it is helping. It is, everything helps. Everything is towards another goal, right? All right. So we are going to use some thick yellow icing today. We're probably just going to set up this morning for one of these minis. You can make more if you want to, but I'm going to set up specifically for one. And we're using a toothpaste consistency icing, which is a 35-second icing minimum. We don't want it to move at all, and we want it to not have any kind of wet sheen to it, because what we're going to do right now is just get prepared for get one of these cupcakes prepared using a parchment paper technique for the bottom. And then tonight we're going to finish up the cupcake. I'm going to show you some cool stuff. Everybody seemed to really like the peekaboo butterfly that we did. So we're going to kind of be doing a version of that. Sandra, did I say thank you for the stars? I'm not sure if I did, but they just showed up on my phone. Thank you so much, you guys. Oh, and also don't forget, last week's Cookie Snack Attack Cookie Education System cards are up on the coffee shop site, and they are still discounted until I put the ones up from this week's class. So they'll stay at like the $3 price. I think that's what they're for, either $3 or $4. They'll stay discounted until I put the next set up. Okay. All right. And this afternoon, I'm going to be working on a couple of the 6 missing sets. So we'll get those up there for you too. I'm so close. Did we start talking about anything that I didn't finish? Oh, yes. Okay. So the butterfly. Thank you, Janie, for getting me back on track. I appreciate it so much. Okay. So the peekaboo butterfly and doing the fondant mold to create a portion of that item. I just pulled back out my 2 Michaels floral molds. We're going to use those tonight because we're going to tie this cupcake in. I'm using 3 shades of pink fondant. For right now, though, guys, I'm going to tuck these back in a bag because I don't want them to get all crusty. So I pulled back out my Michaels floral molds. Both of these came from Michaels. Okay, both of these. You can use any flowers that you want. You can use any molds that you want. You don't need to run out and buy these 2. I just like these because they have a lot of 1-inch. They have a lot of 1-inch flower heads in the molds. Maggie, hey, how are you? I'm so excited. I get to see Maggie soon, so that's going to be a lot of fun. All right. Let's get going. Let's do what we need to do right now. Now, I probably will just do one of these cupcakes. I pulled 6. I was thinking I had a lot more icing left over, but I really don't. So I'm probably just going to do one for the video. But this is a great cookie, you guys, because this size, and this is a 2-inch mini. This is perfect for summertime parties, if you're having a pool party or something and the kids are jumping in and out of the pool, or even the adults, you just want a little snack, but you don't want to eat a big 3-inch cookie. 2 inches versus 3 inches when you're looking at it is just such a huge difference in the volume, because you got to imagine it's an inch all the way around. So it makes it, or when you go up to a 3-inch cookie, do you know what I mean? Like you're adding 1/2 inch on each side. So it's a lot of volume and people don't want to waste that. All right. Hopefully my scissors are still in here. Yes. All right. Somehow at retreat, I lost my little blue scissors and I haven't found them again, but I will. All right. So I'm going to flip this little guy over. Okay. And I am going to get my parchment paper ready to go. Oh, and I'm sorry about all the green. I have green and Turkish black all over my hands, but I didn't have time to go and bleach them. And anyway, story for another day. All right, so let's get in here and we're going to fold this. We just want to fold this at about, oh, I can't stand it. Hold on. I can't stand it. This is actually a cutter that I designed and I used it as a trade for CookieCon, but you can use any 2-inch cupcake cutter. It's not going to be anything fancy about what we're going to do. I mean, there's nothing particular about placement of design for the top. It is going to be fancy when we get done because there's just no other way to do it. But any cupcake would work. You could do a 3-inch, a 4-inch, but it'll make a cute set to go with your butterfly for summertime. So we're going to start folding this. This is parchment paper, just like what just recently came in your embellishment envelopes if you did the Tropical Treasures class. So we're just folding this back and forth at about an 8-inch of depth. Okay, now I know someone's going to ask me, can't you just use an already pleated cupcake liner? Yes, you try that and report back. Colorful finger. Maxine says, don't worry. We're used to it. I think the first one that I went to, I think my first one was Dallas. I'm pretty sure that's the first one I used it at. And I only had like 75 of them that first time. All right. So back to the pleated cupcake liner. Yes, you try that and report back, because here's my feeling on that. Sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't. And to me, that means there is a coating factor involved. Is your cupcake liner coated or non-coated? Is the humidity affecting it? I've done it sometimes and it's popped off absolutely perfectly and been beautiful. And I didn't have to sit here and pleat my parchment. And I've done it other times and all the paper got stuck in the icing and I was very aggravated. So I'm going to say to you, that's one of those things that is that little caveat I always say. It's going to require some testing. I test as much as I can for you, but it's still limited because I'm here in my cookie studio in Virginia and you guys are all over the place. All right, so I'm just going to pleat. I don't need to do the whole sheet of paper because I want a wider pleat and I kind of want it angled. So I just need to make sure I get enough to do this parchment paper technique that I like and get it to cover the whole cupcake. Can you see? All right, so just for visual purposes, to make it a little easier for myself, I know that I only need about this height. By the way, this is the same cupcake if you did Frosting Creators of San Antonio. If you were there for my free tutorial with the Ferris wheel, this is the same little cookie cutter that we released. You could buy those from Allison in our group, Allison Watts. She did that set for me because we had to keep going back and forth to get all the measurements right. I kept getting stuff off by 1/8 of an inch, and I don't like to release stuff unless it's been tested. So Allison was gracious enough to print that for me several different times until I had it perfected. So this is the cupcake I used for my Ferris wheel cupcake cars. Okay, so there is my fondant. Not my fondant, I'm sorry, my parchment paper. I know it's going to cover. Okay. Just like this is how we're going to do it. So now what I want to do is I want to put a bunch of this thick icing because I want it to dry by tonight. So I'm really going to build this up on here. And I want it to come off the cookie because I don't want there to be a naked spot because we're going to do something fun with this bottom part tonight. I'm not going to tell you what it is today because I want you to come back tonight. So I've got it built up pretty thick. And I know it's going to squish off the side, so I'm not worried about that. Okay. And now I'm going to pick this up. And I'm going to start with pressure right in the middle. Just like any other parchment thing that we're doing. I'm going to be watching for the icing. Let's zoom way in so you guys can see this. I'll move it up. Just give me a second to get in as close as I can. So I'm going to use my thingamajiggy, which is what I find works best for this size. And I'm going to start right in the center, pressing in. And then I'm going to press in and pull over on every other one of these pleats. Press in and pull over to make sure that I've got icing all the way up because I want that cool cupcake liner pleated look when I pull this off tonight. So we're pressing in and pulling over, and that's going to allow us to tilt it, right? Can you see what I'm doing? Just pressing in. This is my straight line in the center, and then I'm pressing and tilting and pulling over. But I don't want to go all the way to the base of the cookie, guys, because then those triangles, when they're drying under there, the triangle that it makes, let me get where you can see it. You see that, how it's making those triangles? We don't want any of that to break off as separate pieces tonight, right? We want this to be one piece. So do you see how, let's go back out. Do you see how I have a solid connected layer right here? None of my pleats are down to the cookie. So people that have done this before, like, I don't understand why my stuff's breaking off. But it's breaking off because you went too far down on the cookie. You still need to have a solid connection in that lower layer of icing if you want it to remain like one piece, okay? So now, just because I have my thingamajiggy handy, I'm just taking that extra off, okay? So it'll be easier. I won't have to use my zester tonight to straighten this up. So it's okay. If your icing's thick enough, you know it's going to go off the edge. You see? Just take it off with your thingamajiggy so you're ready to roll tonight. This is like sculpting level icing. I could, if I didn't have the parchment paper in it, it's thick enough I could start sculpting right now. Hi, Rosalie. How are you? All right. So this is what you need for tonight. Let's go out a little further. So however many of these you want to play with tonight, this is a 2-inch. You could do a 3 or a 4. It's just going to take you longer to do your cookie. So have this done. Go ahead and pop it in the dehydrator. If your dehydrator's running for, I don't know, an hour or 2 hours or something, this should pop off in time to do the next section. Heather, how in the world are you? How have you been? Everything going okay for you? Hi, Kathy. I just saw that you jumped on too. How are you? So have your cookie ready to go for tonight. You've got just regular parchment to do this with, okay? And then have your fondant. I'm going to put this back up because I don't want to waste it. My little Heather, you have COVID, honey. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. We have a bunch of people in the Cookie Snack Attack group, but they're spread all over the United States. But we have several that have said they have COVID. This week they've messaged me. I'm so sorry, you guys. Hey, Sandy. You'll catch up. Don't worry. You'll catch up. It'll be okay. No stress here. Not from me anyway. Hi, Lavelle. I can see your name. How are you doing? You just popped up, and for some reason it came through twice. A third time. What is that? I don't know why I did that. Oh, well, I can see you. You're good to go. Sandy says sending prayers for you because she just got over it. It's awful, you guys. It's absolutely awful. It's really high again in my area. And Debbie had it too. It's miserable. All right, so for tonight, just to recap, because this is part 1 of 2 of some mini summer cupcakes. We are doing a 2-inch cupcake. Hold on, somebody's asking. Sandy, do you mean the retreat class, which is 3 days at the end of July? Or do you mean Tropical Treasures, which was last weekend, or do you mean Sunny Summer Days, which is next weekend? Tell me which one you mean. Yes, everyone needs. So they're saying feel better, you guys. Feel better because it's miserable. Yes, and I hope you recover quick too. Oh, Kim, I'm sorry. It's so bad here. My sister told me to be really careful because it's up to like 20%, which is a huge jump. Huge, huge. Retreat. Yes, the Sunny Summer Days retreat is still on early bird special, and there are still a few seats left. So jump over to Seriously Sweet Cupcakes with an S on the end.com. SeriouslySweetCupcakes.com, and I'll flash that back up on the screen. The little thing with the details, I'll put that back up. Anybody who wants to sign up, there's still some seats available. That's going to be held 3 days of classes starting at noon Eastern Daylight Time. There'll be at least 2.5 hours, probably 3 hours each day. There will be replays. There are a few seats left, but go ahead and get your ticket purchased so you have access to the group, so you have your supply list, so you can make sure you have everything to make it as bright and colorful as it is, right? I spent a lot of hours, mad scientist, experimenting with those colors to get us to all of the perfect, bright, vibrant, under the sea colors. So make sure that you jump on there. And also, there's a lot of the sugar art colors in that class. And Sally OL from Florida, Sweet Sally from Florida, shared into the Cookie Snack Attack group that there is a 10% off discount code for the sugar art this weekend. So please use that. Get all your sugar art ordered. Thank you, Sally. Appreciate that so much. So yeah, sign up if you haven't signed up so you have time to get your supplies in. And then a lot of those supplies, if you sign up tonight for the class that's next weekend, which is Sunny Summer Days, where we're doing a sunshine, a flamingo, a pineapple, some beautiful hibiscus flowers, and 2 different tropical leaves. If you sign up for that, a lot of the colors overlap. So you'll get those in as quick as you can. Okay. All right. And Pamela's telling us that Virginia Hobby Lobby is 50% off baking things this week. So if you're in Virginia, go shopping. Just kidding, you guys. All right. So for tonight, a couple of flower molds. If you're doing a 2-inch cookie, you don't want bigger than a 1/2 inch or 3/4 inch or 1 inch flower head for what we're going to do tonight. Have any of your flower molds, okay? And then have some different shades of the pink. Maybe it'd be a good idea to have some of the little gold pieces. Maybe you want to have some pink candies. You could use either of these. If you really want to be different, where'd they go? I cleaned up again. Sorry. You might want some of the whites, just some of the candy beads. These are both 4 mil and these are 7 mil, the pink. So the gold and the white are 4 mil beads, sugar beads, and these are 7. So just some colors like that. And have your favorite gold and a little lemon extract, vodka, or Everclear. We're going to do some painting in gold tonight, okay? All right, so I hope to see everyone back here this evening. And please remember that if you have time and you're working from home or something and you can be playing a YouTube video, jump over to my YouTube channel, which is Seriously Sweet Cupcakes on Davis Street, I think. But you'll find me. I'll put a link up for you too as soon as this is over. But jump over there, pick a video, let it play on mute, and help me I'm like so close to where I can turn that into a little bit of income to help pay for the live streaming upgrades. So here's what happens, guys. When I started live streaming, I started with the minimal amount of expenses for certain things to see, like, okay, do I like this? Do I like this program? Do I want to keep going this way? All of that kind of stuff, right? And then you get these offers where for a certain percent you can upgrade. And I'm like, well, I really would use that. I probably should do that. But I like to set everything up where it's a one-time payment, not a monthly payment. So I tried to spread those out over the year. So like our texting service has a fee, my StreamYard has a fee, different things like that. There's just different stuff involved. And I've been really diligently trying to upgrade all of our equipment so that it just gets a little better. The videos, I noticed, I don't know how you guys started out with me in the beginning, because some of those videos, they're terrible. They have really bad video quality. They have terrible sound, but we do seem to be improving. I can watch the videos, like pick something every 6 months and see that everything about the video is getting a little bit better. So, but I'm going to leave the really bad ones up there because I think it's important to see where we start and where we progress to so that we don't get discouraged. So even though at the time I was like, oh, these are pretty good, now I'm like, oh, these are rough. These are rough, honey, rough. Hello, this is Midwest Ride or Die. Sally here. How are you? Hope you're doing okay. But if you do have time on the YouTube channel, that really helps me out because we're 82 or 83% of the way to where I can apply for some monetization there to help. And also, you guys are going to be so excited. In my non-spare time, because I don't really have any spare time, but I've set some time aside intentionally to focus on getting my Amazon store set up so that you guys can go over there anytime we don't have a class kit. I want to be able to just drop it in there, organized by the class, so you can just go over there and bing, 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 and load your carts if you want it from there, and then have a favorites list for you for when we get new people to the group, because there's things like, my dehydrator. I love my dehydrator. It's fantastic. There's just certain tools that, like, even if something new came out, I would be really hard pressed to not be a brand loyal person because I like what I'm working with so much. Like, I think it's valuable to try new things. Like, that's how we found this new camera, right? We got to actually use it at CookieCon in our, in the elective class that I taught. And I liked the ones that they had. And then I came back and found the wireless one. And I was like, oh yeah, let's do that so that we'll have what we need if we are lucky enough to be chosen to teach. So we're just trying to make sure everything comes up a little bit each time. So it helps. All right. So for tonight, that's the things that you guys want to have. I want you to have ready for tonight. Just pick out some stuff. You can do different colors too. If you did your butterfly in black and white like Janie's, which was gorgeous and it matched her tattoo, then do black and white tonight. Just do something you can photograph with that because it's just really pretty. Just the technique was easy. It's a good thing for beginners, but it's also a good jumping off point for more intermediate people. Because you don't have to use the exact flower that pops out of the fondant mold. It's just a good starting point to get you a shape. And then you can start experimenting with your fondant tool. So I really love that. It helps me when I don't want it to be an actual flower from a mold, like popping this in, I know I'm going to get that size flower even if I do it from scratch. So for me, this becomes a measuring. It becomes the quantity of fondant that I need. All right, have a little gold for tonight, perhaps a little gold fondant, not fondant, a little gold diamond dust. We need some diamond dust on these cookies, okay? So a little gold diamond dust would be helpful. And watch for this evening when I post the summer fun days, sunny summer days class. That's going to be held next Saturday afternoon, 4 p.m. There is a group for it. Everything's in there. And I tried to keep it really condensed so you don't have to buy a bunch of stuff. Okay. Let's see. Hold on one second. Oh, hold on. I'm going to do Allison's. I didn't see it at first. Although we have good video, more interested in content, and we have that in buckets. Thank you, Allison. That's so sweet. Appreciate that. Maxine, yes. Comments. I know life is busy. I haven't been able to support my friends that have cookie groups other than monetarily, right, to keep my business with them. But I haven't been able to show up for a lot of classes recently. But that's just because my life went off the rails. There was just a lot of things going on at once and emergencies. And, life happens. It just is what it is. So I totally get it. But I appreciate you being here today. All right, guys, I hope you have a very sweet day. I will see you this evening at 7 Eastern Daylight Time. Oh, let's see what Terry's question is. Decorating on the back side of cookie. I did decorate on the back side of the cookie because These cookies, whenever I baked them, they humped in the middle, like they have a little rise, and I didn't want to deal with that with my parchment texture sheet, right? I wanted that to be nice and flat going across the cookie, so that's why I flipped it. Now, we have flipped a lot of cookies recently to use that texture as part of our design, but we're not doing that today. Today, it was just because my cookie had a dip in it, and I wanted it as level as possible, okay? All right, you guys, thank you so much. Thank you for the stars. I appreciate it. We only have a few days left, but we are so close to meeting our June stars goals, and that's still going towards paying for the new camera. So I appreciate every one of you that put any donations in there. Don't forget to pop over to the coffee shop site and get your card from last week for the Cookie Snack Attack Cookie Education System for the Peekaboo Butterfly. It's still discounted until tomorrow when I post the card from today's class, okay? Have a wonderful afternoon. Everybody try to stay well. And if you're sick, we'll be praying for you, and we hope you get better really soon, okay? Bye, guys. See you tonight. Be ready for some summer